Good morning. It is at 8. It is at 8:33 in the morning. I am about 50 minutes drive out of Christchurch City, South Island of New Zealand. I'm here at the start of the Oxford Track Walk, which is going to lead me to the summit of the Oxford Hill, or Mount Oxford. Here I am right at the start. It's supposed to be about a 2 or a 3 hour hike, so hopefully I'm going to try and do it in about 2 hours. That would be my goal, but we'll see how I go. I'm a bit itchy and I've actually got quite a bit of hair at the moment, so I've had to bring my large shaver as well to get off the real thick stuff. But yeah, hopefully this is a good hike, and this is my first time ever doing this hike. I've never done Mount Oxford before. I've only been told that this is a really good hike and it's got a great view at the top. There was light rain hitting me just before I actually started filming this, so fingers crossed that it doesn't rain. I do have a waterproof. I've got a massive bag with me. I've got lots of supplies, so I should be fine, but yeah, I can't wait to get to the top. So about 3 minutes into the walk, I just had to do that. I just had to cross a little river, and it wasn't dangerous at all, but there just wasn't a dry path to get over it. So I threw a few rocks, I threw them in. They made it so I could walk slightly high above the water, but ultimately, unless I'd stayed there for 20 minutes trying to make a bridge, I just had to accept that I was going to get my feet wet. As you can see, it's mostly through trees at the moment, and I'm just following a narrow clay path at the moment, but still very well marked. And they use lots of these orange triangles to just to remind you that you're on the right route. So if you're doing this walk in the future, don't worry too much about whether you think you're going the right way or not, because it's very well marked. If you need to veer off and change track completely, it'll be signposted well. They have metal poles, and often in New Zealand they use these orange markers as ways to show you that you're still on the correct path, or which way to go for the correct path. I don't know, there's just something about the black sort of charcoal coloured trees amongst the mountains, and also bits of fog, that's just really breathtaking, and I think is worth just stopping to have a look at. Check it out. I'm just 1 hour into the walk, and the last 10-15 minutes were definitely a bit harder than the first part. The first part was just a gentle incline, but now it's really starting to pick up. in terms of physical ability and your fitness, this hike would at least require a moderate level of fitness, not just someone who never goes out walking or never does any physical activity. I'd say you need to be doing something in order to find this hike not too much of a challenge. Yeah, it's really beautiful. This is why I came early. All I can hear is the birds chirping. Everything's starting to wake up properly now, and I still haven't seen a single person yet. Just over an hour and a half into the walk, and it is looking pretty good. This is what I'm seeing right now. I have some kiwi fruit, sushi, some bars in here, and also some chicken and rice that I made at home. I can easily go 5 or 6 hours during the workday, or even just chilling at home with having maybe just 2 small meals and a coffee or something like that. But if you're coming up a hill, if you're walking up a hill for at least 2 hours with a backpack on as well, you're using a lot of energy and you need to keep refueling, otherwise you'll be exhausted and you'll find it really hard and really unenjoyable. Make sure you also keep eating and hydrating before you feel too hungry and too thirsty, so then you can just keep a constant flow of energy and you'll find the hike much more enjoyable, and it'll be much easier to make it to the top. I'm going to have a proper meal now. Yeah, this should be my last meal to eat before I get to the top. It's a little bit later than when I got up here. I had to wait for a couple of guys to leave, just because they were quite close to here and I didn't want to do the video in front of them. They might think it's a bit strange seeing a random guy shaving on the top of a mountain. But nonetheless, I'm here now. It's warmed up actually, it's really good now. It's much warmer and I've got all my kit ready, so I have to admit, I think this was actually the most enjoyable shave I've done so far when doing these videos. I am going to pack up all my things, dispose of my water, and head down the mountain. When you come up to the top here, there are 2 ways that you can go back down. You can go back down the way we came up, or you can take a track that goes in a loop and goes over the summit this way. This route will take you roughly about the same amount of time coming up, maybe maximum 30 minutes more. I only found this out from the 2 guys who were up here before, and I chatted to them and they'd been on this before. So I'm not going to do the loop today because I've got to see some people today and I've got to get some stuff done. So I'm just going to head back down the way I came, because I know that route, and because it's going down, it's going to be a lot faster than coming up. But by all means, it's always well signposted here. If you come on this track, if you have time, go down the other route, because if I had more time today, I'll be doing that as well.